So now let's talk about data visualization. What do you think data visualization is? It's simply like a field in data analysis that helps you visually present your data. It could be graphs, it could be images, but it's just a way to effectively communicate your what you find from your data. So there are different libraries in Python that you could use to plot your data. So let me just do this. There are different libraries to run your graphs with. So let me just list some of them. So we have Matplotlib, there's Seaborn. So these are libraries that you could use for data visualization. There's Plotly, there's a ggplot. Like there are lots of libraries that you could use for your data visualization. But for this course, we'll just be handling these first two, Matplotlib and Seaborn. You could also go through Plotly and the others. So when you talk about data visualization with Matplotlib, there's a workflow you follow through. So I could just leave, okay, let's talk about workflow for data visualization. Okay, so you could say one, you get your data ready, prepare your data, prepare data. You could also say you create plots of figure. I'll explain what this means later. Then 3, you plot your data, or add plot, yes, plot data. Then you can customize your plots, and finally, let's say 4, you save. Now this is 5, and 5, you save the plot you've created. Don't worry, we'll go through all this shortly. Okay, so I think what we've been doing before now is preparing the data. That's cleaning your data, transforming the data to get ready for plotting. But let's talk about the anatomy of a Matplotlib. So I've done this as an animation. So in Matplotlib, there's what we call figure and axis. The figure is like, if you look at this green bounding box, it's more like a figure. It's called figure. So when you say create a figure, create a plot, it's what you create. But within that figure, you could have multiple plots inside that a single figure. You could have only one, you could have multiple plots. So just look at this green box itself as the figure object. It's more like a frame where you can plot your graphs inside. So your figure could have its own figure title. Then you could also have, let's say, in this case, we're having 2 plots within our figure. Some cases you could just have only 1 plot. That's fine. You could have different plots within your figure itself. So in this case, I have 2. So the blue is a plot inside my figure. So you could have its own axis, x-axis, y-axis. You could have its own title. And the index for this first one is 0. So remember, indexing is very key in Python. Whatever you do, anything you're working with, index is more like a position of whatever you are, even with graphs. So this has a position of 0, axis 0. This red one is a second plot. It has a position of 1. So you could have multiple. So it has its own axis title. It has its own different axis. So in this case, you could have what we call shared axis. For example, since these 2 plots you could use the same x-axis for both of them, but different ways. So you could also have legends. You could have legend for your different plots. Then just remember, we have a figure and we could have multiple axes inside. So this is another case where you have 4 subplots within your figure itself. So you have your same figure title. But what you should know about is more like remember when working with rows and columns, the position of this first blue one is 0, 0. So it's the first column and the first row. This is 0, 1. So the first column, first row was second column. So this axis, this indexing is very key when working with plots. So in subsequent slides, I will explain what all this means.